ॐ गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषद अध्याय 5 मंत्र 4। सर्वादिश ऊर्ध्वमधश्च प्रकाशयन् भ्राजते यद्वनड्वान् भ्राजते यद्वनड्वान् एवं स देवो भगवान् वरेण्यो योनिस्वभावान् अधितिष्ठत्येकः। Once again. सर्वादिश ऊर्ध्वमधश्च प्रकाशयन् भ्राजते यद्वनड्वान् एवं स देवो भगवान् वरेण्यो योनिस्वभावानधितिष्ठत्येकः। Brahman is the adhisthata, the support of the universe. Brahman is the support of Karya as well as Karana, cause as well as effect. Both Karya and Karana are aropita on Brahman, kalpita on Brahman. Generally, we introduce Brahman as Jagat Karanam. In Taittiriya Upanishad, Bhriguvalli, there is a section of Taittiriya Upanishad called Bhriguvalli. In Bhriguvalli, the student is called Bhrigu. Bhrigu is the name of the student. Bhrigu's father was Varuna. Bhrigurvai Varunihi Varunam Pitaram Upasasara. Bhrigu approached his father Varuna. In the story, Varuna is the father But Bhrigu looks upon his father as the Guru. He makes his father the Guru because he knows his father knows Brahma Vidya and he can teach him Brahma Vidya. So one day he goes to his father, Upasasara. He approaches his father just like any Shishya is supposed to approach the Guru. It is called Gurupasadanam, approaching a Guru. There is a Vidhi for Gurupasadanam. Tadvijnanartham sa gurumevabhigachet samitpanishrotriyam brahmanishtham. In order to know Brahman, one should approach a Guru with the samit in hand, samit panihi. One should carry samit. Samit means the wood for sacrificial fire. So the Vyakhyanakara says samit pani means guroho anurupam upayanam grihitva ityarthaha. Carry any offering that is suitable to the Guru. Because if the Guru is a sannyasi, samit is of no use. So, guroho anurupam upayanam grihitva. Carry any offering that is useful to the Guru. Samit panihi Shrotriyam brahmanishtham gurum abhigachet. One should go to a Guru who is a Shrotriya and Brahmanishtha. I am not going to elaborate on these verses now. In other occasions I have discussed, and later on when a suitable occasion comes we will discuss it in detail. So Bhrigu considers his father as the Shrotriya Brahmanishtha, and he approaches his father. And then he asks, Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmeti Bhagavaha. He refers to his father as Bhagavan. O Lord, O Bhagavan. That is the way a Shishya addresses his Guru. Hey Bhagavan, Brahma Adhihi, teach me Brahman. That is how Bhrigu asked Varuna to teach Brahma Vidya. In the Upanishads, in many occasions you will find that the son himself becomes the Shishya and father becomes the Guru. Like in the case of Svetaketu and Uddalaka. Uddalaka was the father and Svetaketu was son. Likewise, Bhrigu and Varuna. Bhrigu approaches Varuna for Brahma Vidya. Then Varuna gives a definition of Brahman. Varuna states what Brahman is. Yato va imani bhutani jayante yena jatani jivanti yat prayanti abhisamvishanti tad brahma tad vijijñāsasva iti. Yato va imani bhutani jayante. From where all these beings originate means Srishti Karana. From who the Srishti happens. Yena jatani jivanti. On account of which all that is born lives. Means Sthiti Karana. Jagat Sthiti Karana. Jagat Srishti Karana and Jagat Sthiti Karana. And yes, Yat Prayanti Abhisamvishanti. Prayanti. So, at the time of Laya, when they resolve at the end, they enter into the same cause. Means Layasthana, the ground of resolution. It is Brahman, Tad Brahma. That is how Bhrigu was taught by Varuna. In short, this can be understood as Jagat Karanam, the cause of the universe is Brahman. Brahman is Jagat Karanam. That is how Brahman is taught to a student to begin with. But ultimately, the same Upanishad rules out even the Karana state of the Brahman. Brahman is introduced as Karana. And to conclude, the Upanishad says Brahman transcends both Karya and Karana. How is it possible? See, sometimes we refer to Brahman as Jagat Karana, whereas here, in the last session also, I spoke about this. Today also, Brahman transcends both cause and effect. Therefore, in reality, Brahman is not even Karana. It is not even Karana. How is it possible? Because if the Karya is unreal, if the effect is unreal, even the cause status of Brahman is unreal. They say a story regarding this. There was a person called Devadatta. Devadatta did not have a son. According to Shastra, one should have a son, because son is called Putra, S-O-N, son. Why he is called Putra? Punnamnaha narakat trayate iti putraha. The Putra is the one who saves the father from falling into Naraka. So, Putrena ayalloko jayyaha. One should win this loka through one's putra. So, having a son is very important according to the Shastra. That is why the Shastra, nowadays people have an idea, I will just earn money and lead a pleasurable life. But the Shastra says, Brahmacharyam samapya grihi bhavet. After Brahmacharya, one should enter into Garhasthya. Brahmacharyam samapya grihi bhavet. After Brahmacharya, one should enter into the ashrama of Grihastha. Many people ask a question, why I should enter into Garhasthya? I will just enjoy the life. earn money, and enjoy the life as I like, licentiously. Nowadays, there are so many ways that are getting acceptance in the materialistic society. All of you know that, so I don't have to say. Then Shastra says, Anashramina tishthet. Do not remain anashrami. After brahmacharya, one should enter the life of a grihastha. It is the duty. In fact, after brahmacharya, there are three options. According to Shastra, there are three options. One is the regular option, that is, get into garhasthya, become a grihastha. Or there are two exceptional cases. They are exceptional, they are not regular. It's not for everyone. So if somebody has a lot of vairagya, prabala vairagya or tivra vairagya, in that case, he can take to sannyasa. He says, now I have completed brahmacharya. Brahmacharya deva pravrajet. After brahmacharya itself, he can take sannyasa. It is a rare case. It's not for everyone. Because for majority, when they don't have vairagya, if they take sannyasa, it ends up in problem. So that is one possibility, if there is a lot of vairagya. And then there is another possibility. After brahmacharya, that is Gurukula Vasa, one can decide to stay a brahmachari all one's life, following the rules of brahmacharya, not doing anything. He should follow the rules of brahmacharya. He should continue the study and teaching of the Shastra, and he should do the duties of brahmachari. So he should have a lot of self-discipline, lot of tapasya, lot of upasana. All those things are involved. So these are the three options that are given in the Shastra after the student's life. So then, for a grihastha, certain duties are told. Even being a proper grihastha is not easy. Lot of duties are involved. The Upanishad describes the duties of a grihastha. Satyam vada, speak truth. Dharmam chara, follow dharma. Matradevo bhava, treat your mother as Ishvara. Pitradevo bhava, treat your father as Deva. Acharya devo bhava, treat your Acharya as Deva. Atithi devo bhava, treat your Atithi as Deva. And in the same section, Deva pitra karyabhyam na pramaditavyam. One should not ignore Deva Karya and Pitra Karya. Deva Karya, Puja, Yajna, etc. One should not ignore these things. Likewise, Pitra Karya, one's offering to the Pitrus. Now Pitra Paksha has started already. So Pitra Karya. A few days back I went to a house for Bhiksha. Then they were asking, is it necessary to do Shraddha? When everything is Brahman, why we should do Shraddha? They have heard a little Vedanta. So everything is Brahman, it is a Paramarthika. If everything is Brahman, why we should eat? That question nobody is asking. So even Pitrakarya is important. Deva Pitrakaryabhyam na pramaditavyam. And there the Shruti also says, Acharyaya priyam dhanamahritya prajatantum ma vyavachchetsihi. Prajatantum ma vyavachchetsihi. Do not break the lineage of progeny. Means one should, a grihastha has a duty of giving birth to children also. And Shankaracharya and other Vyakhyanakaras say, even if a son is not born, one should perform putreshti, etc. and try to get a son. Now yesterday somebody was asking, why we should get attached to son, daughter, etc. Instead it is better not to have a son or daughter. So then it is not your desire. Shastra does not say one should have a son with the desire. That is why some Mahatma said, the children are not born for you, they are born through you. The children are born for the society. You are just a nimitta. It's not your son or your daughter. Ishvara gives the son or daughter. And it is the duty of a grihastha to give birth to son or daughter. Prajatantum ma vyavachchetsihi. And not only it is the duty to give birth to son and daughter, but also it is the duty to bring them up in a dharmika way. Train the son or daughter in dharma. The children should be the successors of the parents in terms of dharma. Now we make our children successors of our wealth. But the Shastra says, you have to make the children the successors of your dharma. That is why in Brihadaranyaka there is a process. A process has been stated where the father transfers all his dharma, all his duty to his son. Tvam brahma tvam yajnastvam lokaha. The father tells the son, after he is, he has done his duties and he is no longer he is able to do his duty. Then the father tells the son, Tvam Brahma. Brahma means Veda. You are the Veda now. Means I have chanted my Veda, my Swashakha. All the Vedic chanting, Veda Rakshanam. I have done my duty to the Veda. I have learnt the Veda. I have chanted the Veda regularly. Now you are the Veda. Means you have to continue the Swashakha and propagate it. You have to continue the duty of propagating the Shastra, which I have been doing. Tvam Brahma. Tvam Yajnaha. You are the Yajna. Means I have been performing the Yajna so far. I have been worshipping the Devatas. I have been worshipping the Pitras. And now it is your duty to continue the same Yajna. Tvam Yajnaha. The father, what is it called? Transfers the duty. Tvam Yajnaha. And then Tvam Lokaha. You are the Loka. Means I have been doing certain duty for this Loka so far. Now you have to do the same duty. Even towards the Loka, a Grihastha has certain duties. A Grihastha's responsibility is not restricted to his family alone. I take care of my son, my daughter, my wife, my husband. It is not restricted there. That is why a Grihastha is called Sarvopakarakshamam Ashramam. In Raghuvamsha, there is an episode. There was a student called Kautsa. Kautsa completed his education in the Gurukula. And then he comes to meet Raghu, the king of Ayodhya. And the king tells Kautsa, now you have completed your Brahmacharya Ashrama, Gurukula Vasa. You have learnt all the vidyas that is required. Now it is time for you to take up the ashrama of Garhasthya. And then he does not use Grihastha. He says, Kalo hyayam sankramitum dvitiyam sarvopakarakshamamashramante. Now it is time to take up the ashrama which is capable of helping everyone, which is capable of serving the entire society. Because a Grihastha has to take care of sannyasi, he has to take care of brahmachari, and he has to take care of vanaprastha. The other three ashramas are dependent on a Grihastha. Manusmriti says, Yatha vayum samashritya sarve jivanti jantavaha tatha grihasthamashritya vartante sarva ashramaha. Just like all the beings are living on air, we are dependent on air for our livelihood. In the same manner, all ashramas are dependent on Grihastha for their livelihood. Therefore, a Grihastha has so many duties. So, we started from the story of Devadatta. There was a Devadatta. So he did not have a son. So he wanted to get a son. Some people do not get children because of some prarabdha, whatever. So then Devadatta did not have a son. He tried with the Putreshti and other things. Putreshti is a ritual, a yajna performed for getting a son. Sometimes even after performing Putreshti, one does not get a son. Why? Because there is prabala prarabdha. Sometimes there is prabala prarabdha. See, prayers, we do prayers and we do many pariharas in order to get rid of certain obstacles in our life. Does the prayer work? Somebody was asking. See, the prayers are also like medicines. A doctor can administer certain medicines for a disease, but the doctor cannot give you guarantee that his medicine will always work. Sometimes it may work. Sometimes it may not work also, depending on the intensity, the graveness of the disease. If the disease is too strong, too severe, then no medicine can save the patient. If medicine can save all the patients, nobody would have died in the hospital at least. Many people go to hospital and then from hospital they go to crematorium directly. That is why there was a hospital. The name of the hospital was Wenlock. During British time, they called it Wenlock.
Still there, Swamiji?
Yeah, it's there.
Mangalore.
So then they distorted the name of the hospital, Yamlok. So prayers may not work sometimes if there is prabala prarabdha. If the prarabdha is durbala, then prayers can work. If the prarabdha is prabala, then the prayer does not work. So, even the Putreshti, some people perform Putreshti. I want to get a son. Sometimes it does not yield the result. Then somewhere a question is raised in the Shastra. Then the Putreshti will go waste. All the effort that the person has done for Putreshti, will it go waste? It will not go waste, because none of our prayers go waste really. Any prayer or any yajna, any dana, any tapas does not go waste. It may not yield the desired result immediately, but that does not mean it has gone waste. Because the prayer, even the Putreshti type of rituals, can yield two types of results. One is, it will give chitta shuddhi. Even the Putreshti will give some type of chitta shuddhi, because there also so many mantras are involved, so many dana is involved. It will give chitta shuddhi. In the same manner, it will also ensure that the person will get the result in the next janma, if not in this janma. The punya will remain. But the punya cannot yield result in this janma because there is a pratibandha, prabala pratibandha. But it will yield result in the next janma. I remember an incident. There was a girl. Girl means she was little, older, 34 or whatever, I don't remember the age. So she wanted to get married. So she wanted to find a suitable groom. Groom or broom?
Broom who will hold the broom.
Okay. So then she consulted some astrology, Jyotish Shastra, and then they suggested, see, you have this pratibandha, this graha is blocking, then you have to perform a parihara, a yajna, so that you will get a proper husband. Then this girl got it performed. A yajna was performed. That happened. So somehow I came to know that this yajna was performed. Then after many years, I saw the same person. So I asked her. She was still not married. She became little, older and middle-aged. She was still not married. Then I asked her, you performed that yajna. What happened? Then she said, I didn't get that result which I expected. But after that yajna, miraculously, the desire to get married disappeared. So this is chitta shuddhi. See, the desire disappeared. And then now she is living like a sadhvi. She has dedicated herself to the study of Shastra and puja. She is living like a sadhvi now. So that is a story. So an incident that I know. So what I mean to say is our prayers do not go waste, though they may not yield the desired result as we expect it. So this Devadatta did not have a son. So he wished for a son. On account of his wish, in dream he got a son. So in dream he became a father. In dream he got a son, and in dream he became a father. The son grew up and the son started calling him Papa. And he was very happy. Oh, my son is calling me Papa. But after some time the dream is gone. He woke up. Again no son, and he is not a father. So if there is a son in the dream son does not make Devadatta a father in waking. In the same manner, the Karanatva of Brahman, the cause status of the Brahman is only with respect to the universe. With respect to the universe, Brahman is cause. But then the Vedanta declares Vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam. The universe is mithya, Jagan mithya. If the Jagat is mithya, even the cause status of Brahman also is mithya. Therefore, in reality, Brahman is not even the cause. But in order to introduce the Brahman from the standpoint of the universe, we refer to Brahman as the cause. If we have to introduce anybody, we should introduce him or her with respect to what is already known. If I have to introduce an unknown person, I have to introduce him through someone who you already know. In the same manner, the Shruti introduces Brahman through what we already know. All of us are familiar with the Jagat. Jagat is the reality for us. What is real? This is real. If the Shastra directly says there is Brahman and Brahman is one without a second, you are Brahman, we are not ready to accept it. See, first of all, the Shastra does not say Brahman is you directly. You are Brahman, the Shastra does not say directly. That is why Brahman is first made Tat, that, third person, remote. If the Shastra had said you are infinite directly, you are Ananda Swarupa directly, we would not have accepted. It is a nonsense, we would have said. That is why, see, Brahman is aparoksha. The Brahman is aparoksha. Yat sakshad aparokshad Brahma. Brahman is not remote. Brahman is not a third person. Brahman is sakshad aparoksha. Because it is your own swarupa. Paramatma is your own swarupa. But aparokshe Brahmani, the Shastra superimposes parokshatva. Aparokshe parokshatvasya adhyaropaha kriyate. While introducing the Brahman, the Shastra superimposes parokshatva. Shastra makes it something remote. There is Brahman, Tad Brahma, there is Tatpada, Taditi Parokshe Vijaniyat. In Sanskrit, there are 4 pronouns for third person. In English, there is only one. It, he, she, it, they, etc. they say. But in Sanskrit, the third person pronouns vary according to the distance between you and the person. If it is very proximate, then we say idam or etat. If it is remote, then we use tad or adas. Different pronouns are used. The Shruti uses the word tad for Brahman, imagining that it is paroksha. Brahman is paroksha. There is Brahman. Then we become curious, what is that? We don't know Brahman. We know this Jagat. We know the universe. What is Brahman? Then the Shastra introduces Brahman through the Jagat, through what we know. You know this Jagat, this big universe, with all varieties of objects, with all multitudes of objects. Where has it come from? Nedam amulam bhavishyati. In in Chandogya Upanishad, Uddalaka Ashvetaketu. Uddalaka shows a big tree, a Nyagrodha vriksha, a Nyagrodha tree. And he asks, this whole tree, it could not have come without a seed. There is a seed. So from the tree, you can infer the presence of a seed. In the same manner, the Shastra makes us understand Brahman from the universe. You see this whole universe. This universe could not have come without a cause, without a karana. And what is that karana? The karana is Brahman. Therefore, Brahman is introduced as karana. And the karanatva is superimposed on Brahman. It is also adhyaropa. Entire process of teaching involves adhyaropa and apavada. Adhyaropapavadabhyam nishprapancham prapanchate. The teaching methodology involves adhyaropa and apavada. Adhyaropa means, for a while, you accept certain things as true, even though it is not true. That is called adhyaropa. There is a difference between adhyaropa and adhyasa. It is not adhyasa, strictly speaking. Adhyasa is our mistake. Our error is adhyasa. I make a mistake on account of my ignorance. It is adhyasa. Adhyaropa is a step in the methodology. You accept certain things for the time being, even though it is not true, for the purpose of teaching. That is adhyaropa. When the teacher says there is the Jagat, or when the Shruti says there is Jagat, it is adhyaropa. When I think there is a Jagat, it is adhyasa. When I think Jagat is real, it is adhyasa. That is why adhyaropapavadabhyam, there adhyaropa does not mean the superimposition as we understand. Generally they translate adhyasa, adhyaropa, superimposition, apavada is desuperimposition. They translate so, but there is a difference. So, adhyaropa and apavada. In every methodology, we find adhyaropa and apavada. Even in drigdrishya viveka, there is adhyaropa and apavada. If you remember drigdrishya viveka, there is a grantha called drigdrishya viveka. So, first of all, Drugdrashya Viveka says, Rupam Drishyam Lochanam Drak Tadrishyam Draktu Manasam Drishyadhivrittaya Sakshi Drigevanatu Drishyate. Very interesting process, very interesting methodology of analysis. Rupam Drishyam, the colors or the forms, they are Drishya. They are the objects of our perception. What is Drik? Who is the seer? Lochanam Drik. Eyes are Drik, the seer. See now, Drik status is superimposed on our eyes. Drik status, the seer status is superimposed on the eyes. It is accepted for the time being by the author, by the acharya in the process of teaching. Though it is going to be ruled out later on, but for time being, he has accepted. Okay, eyes are seer. This is one step. There is adhyaropa. The drik status is adhyaropita on the eyes. Then he goes further, another step. Tadrishyam draktu manasam. Tadrishyam. Tat means lochanam. The eyes, which were stated as the seer earlier, now he says it is not the seer. It is also drishya. Even the eyes are drishya. It is also object. Then who is a seer? Draktu manasam. Mind is the seer. So one apavada happened. Another level adhyaropa also happened here. The drik status of eyes is ruled out, apavada. And the drik status is accepted on the mind. The mind is accepted as drik. This is another adhyaropa. Another level of adhyaropa. Even that is going to be ruled out. Then he says, Drishyadhivrittaya sakshi drigevanatu drishyate. Dhivrittaya drishyaha. Even the thoughts of the mind, they are drishya. Even they are objects. They are not the seer. Then what is the drik? What is the real drik? Who is the real seer? Sakshi, the Atma, the Chaitanya, which witnesses even the thoughts of the mind. Drik eva, it is just the seer. Natu drishyate. It does not become drishya. Now, the drik status of the mind also gets ruled out. Apavada. And we come at we arrive at the ultimate drik, the real drik, sakshi. That is how every prakriya follows the methodology of adhyaropa and apavada. First, certain things are accepted at a particular level, and then it is ruled out until you arrive at the ultimate truth. In the same manner, in the karya-karana prakriya is another methodology of arriving at the truth. In the karya-karana prakriya, cause-effect methodology, we accept karanatva of the Brahman. It is adhyaropa. In the process of teaching, it is accepted for the time being. Adhyaropa. Brahman is Karanam. Karanatva is Adhyaropita. Likewise, Parokshatva. Even Parokshatva is Adhyaropita. We superimpose, we accept Parokshatva for the time being. So, then, after showing Brahman as the Jagat Karanam, and after introducing the Brahman as the Jagat Karanam, through the Jagat, the purpose of Jagat is complete. Then the Shruti rules out the Jagat. Jagan mithya vacharambhanam vikaro namadheyam. So once its purpose is done, just remove it. Then
ಯಾವುದು
even the Karanatva of Brahman gets ruled out. By ruling out the Jagat, the Karanatva gets ruled out. And then Tattvamasi, when the Shruti says Tattvamasi, even the Parokshatva of the Brahman gets ruled out. Brahman is not Paroksha, it is Aparoksha. Tattvamasi rules out the Parokshatva of Brahman. So, that is the process of Karya-Karana Prakriya. So, ultimately, Vedanta reveals the Brahman, which supports all cause-effect relations, which is the substratum of all cause-effect relations. Meanwhile, it transcends the cause as well as effect. It transcends a Karya-Karana Sambandha. It is free from Karya-Karana Sambandha. And being free from the Karya-Karana Sambandha, it is free from samsara. Because as long as there is Karya-Karana Sambandha, as long as there is cause-effect relation, there is samsara. Karya-Karana Bhavalakshanaha samsaraha. Samsara is in the form of cause-effect relation. I did this and I am experiencing this. I am doing this cause, kartrutva. And then effect, bhoktrutva. As long as there is Karya-Karana Bhava, as long as we identify with the cause and effect, there is samsara. When we understand we are free from Karya and Karana, cause and effect, our true self is different, is our true self transcends cause and effect. We are free from samsara. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.